Hey, Metal Rain. Happy 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. Well, welcome to the future. And welcome back to the Haunted House, the only haunted house where you can get a professional tarot card reading brought to you by Madame Pamita and the Parlor of Wonders. Check out her channel. She is my mentor, and she is a wonderful lady. There is a lot to learn from her channel. I hope you find something you like on my channel. There's music, there's spirit boxing, there's tarot. There's puppies, there's hummingbirds. But mostly just check out the pinned comment. Check out my music. Check out the special. It's buy one, get one free tonight. Every tarot card reading is buy one, get one free tonight. Got the 11/11 love reading, the $20, the $30. I got the spirit bots. Not sure how long I'll be here. I'm feeling quite mentally wealthy today. So I'll probably maybe stay a little bit longer. Maybe not stay as long. I'm not sure yet. I think Europe is just waking up, right? And LA and Hawaii are just either probably starting their early evening or starting their late evening. Just going to put a few things in chat and then get started for a collective message. Uh-oh, I dropped a card. I hate when that happens. Hey Grady, welcome back to the Haunted House. How are you tonight? You came just in time if you want to get in on listening to the free collective message. Don't forget to like the live. Thanks so much for coming by to say hey. So I guess you do have lightning bugs, Metal Rain. They're just gothic lightning bugs, and they don't light up, so that's why you don't see them. How cool is that? So maybe if the glowworms survived at all, which they probably didn't in my yard, but maybe in somebody else's yard, maybe we'll get some fireflies soon. Hey, how are you doing? And I'll take a video. I might even have some videos of fireflies already on my camera. If I can find them, I'll definitely share them. Hey, Frankendad.
Just came to say good night.
Okay.
It's 1 o'clock.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you can put them on my couch.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Love you.
Okay.
Yeah, Dwayne knows what fireflies lighting up looks like, I'm pretty sure. Y'all still got fireflies over there in Alabama? I hope so. Oh no. Been wondering where you've been. Figured it was something or another, but I didn't expect that. I hope you feel better soon. Keep us updated. Keep us in the loop. Let us know how you're doing. We're sending you some good old love and healing energy. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I hope you feel better soon. Make sure you take your time. You know, it's only temporary. The recovery is going to really lift you up, and it's going to be good for you. And make sure you do that physical therapy, because it's going to be so important within regards to your recovery, so you can make a good recovery, hopefully full recovery, and make sure you're saying, like, you know, you're being good to yourself with your thoughts about it. Like, you know, remind yourself, you know, that you you are somebody, and that your body knows exactly how to heal you, and try to look past that frustration with recovery. I've been there. I know. I go through it every day, and it really does help if I observe what it is that I want instead of what I don't want regarding the situation with recovery, long-term recovery, chronic pain, the PTSD it's caused. Yeah, don't worry, it's okay to be afraid too. Okay, so I know it can also be a quite scary thing for any girl or boy. Thanks so much, Dwayne. Appreciate you saying that. Um, hair for me is like art. It's also very important. It's just as hair art is just as important to me as paintings and music and poetry and books. Okay, so Spirit definitely has a collective message for us today about communication. I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides for anyone who might be in the chat, anyone who may join us here shortly. Maybe for those who join us later, or maybe watch the replay. Right on. Yeah, so you're gonna, I don't know, like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer hybrid? Do you prefer an indica? Do you prefer a sativa? Um, just curious. Do you have a favorite strain, maybe? Have you tried CBG, like some of the pain killing and anti-anxiety cannabinoids that maybe are not psychoactive? And I'm like putting a lot of questions on you. I like to start my day with a sativa, preferably cherry Tropicana, or is it Tropicana cherry? I can't remember. But I also like to kind of mellow out through the day and not really do anything until like around bedtime, like right before bedtime. I think it's kind of a waste unless I'm having like chronic pain throughout the day, and then I won't have chronic pain as long as I've medicated myself properly. You know, an uplifting sativa like cherry Tropicana in the day helps with that anxiety, that pain, and helps me get through my workload and help me focus. You know, but then it's like, you know, having ADHD, I have to be careful with it because I'll turn into the Energizer Bunny if I, you know, go overboard with it. So everything in moderation, of course. Can't go wrong with a hybrid, especially indica heavy hybrid that has this like a mix of both. I guess it's maybe a 70-30 or a 60% indica with a 40% hybrid. Sativa. Maybe one like I think. Well, no, I think forbidden fruit is a. So maybe for hybrid, maybe a papaya punch. Well, anyways, I mean, I prefer, late night couch log or, just to wake and bake. I'm not really like an in-between kind of girl. Because I'm also like one of those people, like if I get the blues, I also I can't really find any kind of nourishing in anything that's psychoactive. CBD, yes, for sure. But I'm telling you, having ADHD is weird. Like I'll drink coffee and it'll make me sleepy. I'll drink hot chocolate. I'm an Energizer bunny. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. But does anything make sense anyways down here? Oh, Spirit, can you clarify this moon? It is the full moon. The third night of the full moon. Has anybody seen the full moon this weekend? It's been mostly cloudy here in the evenings. I'm going to ask Spirit to clarify this communication, this beginning of new communication, this beginning of this Ace of Wands. Planning your, what is it my mentor would say? Planting your seeds to grow mighty oak trees. Yeah, it is odd. We all float down here. Oh yeah, Bark at the Moon. Love that song. Spirit, can you clarify this Ace of Wands, the Moon, the Magician, and the Knight of Wands? Wow. Magic is immediate. It sure is. It sure is. We've got 3 wands here. Ooh, 4 wands, actually. 4 wands, wow. The wand on the liminal space oracle card. The wand and the Ace of Wands. The wand and the Magician. I feel like this is some kind of message of love. Something about some kind of 1111 love message. Something about the home, the heart of your home, like where your heart is your home. Your home is where your heart is. And magic is immediate. Like Spirit's like saying, yes, it's the full moon. So what spell are you casting? Chanting, raving and ranting about on the inside of your heart. What do you want to communicate, and how do you want to communicate what you're trying to communicate? Spirit says, do it in a creative way that fulfills you, and don't worry about what everybody else or anybody else thinks. Expect joy. Maybe there are people here now who maybe see their twin flame in their mind's eye, or they're thinking of their twin flame in their mind's eye, or maybe you're wondering, but remember, you're the magic. Not so much, not so much as like, just so we understand here now, you are the magic. This is just the amethyst is just the tool. just a tool, but you don't really need, you don't need the crystals, you don't need the organite. I mean, it all boosts that magic, but you are the magic. So what do you want to do with your magic? Spirit says, you know, you plant those seeds. Life is short. Find the ones you want to spend the rest of your life with. Okay. Grow those mighty, mighty oak trees. There's a lot of mystery and curiosity around the corner for you to discover. And you should enjoy it. You know, you are the magic wand. What do you want the next scene to be? You're the director of this story, this 11/11 love story. What, you know, what does 11/11 mean to you? Don't give it a meaning that somebody else gave it. What does it really truly mean to you? Don't let somebody else pick your twin flame. What feels right from your gut feeling? Maybe there's some people that need that message here tonight. Magic is immediate. And why is magic immediate? Because it's just science. It's literally called the observer effect. It's called quantum physics. Break this cycle. Break this circle. Break the cycle? Yes, break the cycle. Do you feel like there's something that you know, you need to change? Maybe staying on the path of least resistance isn't always the best choice. Just try something different. Try something different at home. Try something different with your communication. Try something different with the way you express yourself. As long as it brings you joy, and you know, you're not too worried about the outcome, because whatever it is will bring others joy if you decide to share what that is. So I hope this helps. I'm sorry you're lost. Try not to stray from the path. It is a full moon. You might not find what you like. I'm so sorry your cat died today, sweetheart. That's a very difficult thing to go through. I've been there. I think many of us have. Oh, wow. Thanks so much for letting me know, Pam. So that series has that 911 call with it, where she actually, from the beginning, where the 911 person says, 911, how can I help you? And then she goes, we need a, and it sounds like she's going to say ambulance. Instead, she goes, police. Gosh, I hope you can hear this message. But I finally remember, I had a brain fart last night. I finally remember what I was going to tell you about the ransom note. So there's a part in the ransom note to John where they talk about fat cats. Well, I'm not quite sure that people like know this universally, or even nationally. But fat cats is like something we call guys here in Atlanta. That's why sometimes on the chat I'll say like, good night, you know, cat daddies and chickadees, because that cat is like another word for gentleman or a guy or a male or a man here in Atlanta. It's just something that it's just always kind of been that way. And knowing that, like, that whole Atlanta connection thing, like is that where that came from? Was that like, it just kind of makes me even more convinced that quite possibly Patsy wrote the ransom note, even though she's not from Atlanta. I mean, they were from Atlanta, but he was the one that was from Atlanta. But it's like, you see what I'm saying? It's like he must have known that, or whoever wrote that note must have known that. You have to like be from here to really like get that. Hey Moon Pause, how are you, sweetheart? I guess Kristen isn't going to read because she never responded. That's not true. Hey, Sugar Bear, how are you? Oh, guys, there you are, Pam, and I left you that whole annoying message. I apologize, and I'm fantastic. Thanks so much for telling me, Derp. Thank you so much for telling me about that message that you sent me about the documentary that Nichelle watched. Yeah, Cold Case, Who Killed John Benet Ramsey. Oh, I just watched that today for the first time. And I can't understand either why they haven't done the DNA testing, and this is what they keep telling us. Unless we actually find something, substantial that breaks the case open, we're not going to be sharing what we find. It's kind of depressing. Glad to see you too, Sugar. I'm sorry that that person's cat died. I feel so bad for them. Did they leave? Well, I'm sending you a big virtual hug of love and trust. Whoever you were. Hey Seth, welcome to the Haunted House. How are you tonight? Thanks so much for your input. Appreciate it. I was just thinking, a lot about how the case sort of just reminds me of, I know it was 500 years ago and it's probably really nothing alike, but yet it is in some way because, I think about King Edward IV's children that he had with Elizabeth Woodville, the boys, who were taken to the Tower by King Richard III. And, little by little every day they went, missing to the point where people stopped seeing them and then people stopped questioning where they were. And to think 500 years later, like we couldn't see, Pam, we couldn't get the truth because the monarchy wouldn't allow the testing to happen for a very long time while Queen Elizabeth II was on the throne. So finally they've gone ahead and done the testing and let us know that, to the public, that it was the children and they were murdered and they were killed by it was King Richard III after all. How terrible. But I mean, I just hope that, I just hope that, that it's going to be solved somehow. I was talking to my neighbor today and we were talking about how, sometimes when you're a kid, something terrible can happen and you can black out. And I'm wondering if Burke just like blacked out what really happened. And I'm hoping that like someday he'll maybe come around and remember something that will like break the case open. And I was wondering today if maybe something like rapid transformational therapy could help him. King of Elm. Okay. I hear the Prince of Darkness is a gentleman, and Ozzy Osbourne definitely proved that. So, any hoodle noodles. tonight's special is the buy one get one free tarot card readings. You can get the 11/11 love reading, the $20 past, present, future, and you can get the $30 general reading. Every reading is buy one get one free. It's only $1 per minute. So what that means is you buy an 11/11 love reading, $20, $30. You get 1+ minute, 1+ cards, and it's buy one get one free. You can ask up to 3 questions. Well, we're not talking about lies and heaven and hell. We're actually just talking about a ransom note and true crime. But okay, I guess you could say the Bible's kind of like true crime. I guess you could say that whole heaven and hell thing is true crime. I mean, I guess you could say the whole Protestant Catholic thing is true crime. Sure. Great way of staying on topic. How you doing, Sugar? Sugar Bear. Well, okay. Have a nice night, King of whatever. No kings but us. We the people. Anyways, what were you saying, Sugar? I'm so much more interested in what you have to say. I'm so glad you had a nice day, sweetheart. You deserve it. I'm sure if it's time to let go. You know it's okay if you do. I mean, think of all the possibilities. Any hoodle noodles. I'm going to go ahead and put the spirit box on. But it seems that the speaker is still not fully charged enough to turn it on. And I'll try again. Every stream you go to cusses. Oh well. If you don't cuss, I'm not sure I can trust you. If you don't listen to Led Zeppelin or the Grateful Dead, I probably really shouldn't trust you. And if you're not staying on topic, I probably should just hide you from the channel. But I won't, because I'd like to give you a chance to, find your groove and, either be groovy or leave man. And come back when you feel better, Seth. And you can come back to Pharaoh, okay? When you feel better. Otherwise, we're going to talk to the ghost spirit box and play with tarot cards and talk about whatever Sugar's doing. You love 70s and 80s music, and we're going to talk about music, yeah. Yeah, me too. hopefully soon here you'll be able to come by and request your favorite song from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the Y2Ks. And you can make a dedication even. So Pam, have you noticed like it warming up there yet? Is it still cool there? I mean, I'm sitting in the house, I have a t-shirt on, but I'll probably have to like put something warmer on to go to bed. I'm like, we're literally freezing my Greek statue off. It's going down to in the 40s again tonight. It is just so strange. Is it snowing there or something? Thanks so much, Sugar, for your donation. That's so kind and generous of you. I really appreciate that. I'm going to put that towards Ruby's blood work and her x-ray that's coming up here soon. Those are all wonderful questions. I'll go ahead and get the cards we'll need for that reading. Okay, so you're still there where it's like it feels difficult to even just send a check-in and say, hey, friend, how are you? All right. We'll get through it. All we can do is just see each other through it. You're going to be okay. Yeah, I'm just going to use like whatever's random right in front of me. Yeah. So we'll use the Middle Space Oracle deck. We'll use the Fairy Tale deck. We'll use Romance Angels. We use a couple of the Spirit Power decks, some of the tarot from the Golden Girls. See if they have any advice for you. Just see what all the cards say and try to figure this out. Look, it's a tiered cake of tarot cards. That was kind of a tongue twister to say. All right, Sugar, can you hear me, dear? Checking 1, 2, 3. Haunted house to Sugar. All right, I'm gonna set your timer, sweetheart. I just want to make sure you can hear me. Do you need me to turn the music down? Is it too loud? Oh, thank you so much, Pammy. I appreciate that. I think I'll just turn it down a little bit, even though I'm addicted to this song. Okay. Sugar, Sugar, Sugar. Wait, hold on. 21 minutes. So you want to get an update. That's wonderful. We're going to get an update. We're going to see what Spirit is saying about what you need to know right now about this person on your mind and heart. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and spread out all the cards so we get all the questions covered, okay? Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know about this person on her mind and heart tonight? What does she need to know from the Love Tarot about what is on this person's mind and heart tonight about Sugar, and what is this person's thoughts, feelings, intentions towards Sugar now? He's still feeling a little bit wobbly. You're still feeling a little bit wobbly. His intentions are kind of just to hang out until he feels better. Sort of just like the way your intentions are, to just kind of hang out with yourself so you feel a little better about things. He is planning on taking actions. His actions towards you are to communicate how he's been feeling and see how you're doing, and catch up with you very soon. He just feels like he needs a little bit more rest, a little bit more of a charge. Spirit's actually asking you to not worry too much or waste your time worrying about wondering when or how this will happen. Just be expecting it, okay? Spirit's saying it is safe to love this person to you. Your most trusted and strongest spirit guides are saying it's okay to love this person in whatever way you love them. Like the way we love each other as friends, the way that as a community here we love each other and respect each other, as well as try to give a simple, basic human respect to other people who might join the chat, even if they're acting like Homie the Clown. So, Spirit is saying it is safe to love. And we're going to get more into that in a little bit here. Spirit really needs you to get into your playfulness. Okay, a guide doesn't decide that you're different or special because of how pretty you are or how smart he thinks you are or anything that you might think it is. And I feel like this guy does feel like there's something about you that's different that he likes. And what it was is your playfulness. Because you can be very playful. It can be very fun. And I just don't want you to forget that about yourself, okay, sugar? Let's clarify some of this real quick. And we're going to go over all of this again. Don't worry, in case you feel confused. And I want you to go back to a couple nights ago. Okay, when we had that conversation about text messaging. And I asked you, you know, do you want a scavenger or you want a hunter? You want a guy who like goes and gets, you know, and brings back, you know, what you don't want, or you want someone who actually brings you what you do want? So you have to decide. And I want you to go back and look at the timestamp. I think it was Thursday or Friday night. I think it was Thursday night. I'll link you in if you want to listen to it. But you really need to listen to what I was saying and go back over that reading also. And go back over the fact that, like, just because a guy, like, talks to you doesn't mean that, A, he wants to spend the rest of his life with you, okay? He might, as a friend, he might want to get to know you better, yes. But one thing that women do is it's like, oh, he said hi to me. He must be interested. And then he starts maybe laughing at your jokes, or maybe he laughed at your jokes or said something that made you think that it could have been more. And it could have, and it is more. But you have to understand where he is as a man mentally. Like, you're probably far more mature than he is at this point. So this is such a lovely card to get regarding the clarification of you both. This moonlit unity. I want you to go back and think about when you had your first date. I want you to go back and think about, hey, sending love and light to you too, sweetheart. Thank you. Sending you a big hug of virtual love and trust. So go back and think about when you had your first date, what time of year it was. We'll go back over it later. Maybe tomorrow we can figure out what the moon phase was. I think it was Valentine's. I think it was February, early February. I need you to go back there and remember that energy. That's what this card is asking you to do in the love clarification. And that excitement, because Spirit doesn't want you to forget what the excitement of love and the excitement of what could be the next awesome thing around the corner is, okay? But yeah, moonlit unity, and we'll get into that in a minute too. Let's get to this other question, sweetheart. Let's see if he's planning on taking any action anytime soon. Spirit, I'm calling forth her most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now from the Sexual Magical Tarot deck? Is he planning on taking any action soon? He does want to take action. He is willing. He is very willing, Sugar, to take action. And it's like I think he would love to hold you again, maybe touch you again. He loves the way you smell, and he is still very attracted to you in many, many ways. There's also a ladder on this card, which we're going to get back to that in just a minute, okay? So as for, you had, I think, another one. Is he expecting you to take action? No. Not in the way he would like to. He certainly doesn't expect you to take action in the way these cards are saying that he would like to take action. It's just he's not capable at this time to take action in that way, physically. So, yeah, it's quite sweet stuff. So, let's start with card number 1. You did get the Lover's card. Once again, his intentions, his feelings, his actions towards you are to be loving, caring, kind. Okay? He definitely wants to learn more from you, but he's a little bit shy as to what to ask, what is appropriate, what is not appropriate. So you actually might want to just start thinking about things that you'd like to get to know about him and this reverse high priestess and this hanged man. So he can kind of let go of those ropes again a little bit that are kind of keeping him tightly wound up. All right. Let go of the idea of what's bad that could happen with this news here and get used to the idea that this guy's looking for playfulness. He really likes your playfulness. There's something about you. When he first met you, he just really, really enjoyed your energy, and he still does, okay? He thinks you guys can really be good friends, really be successful in your connection and moving forward in this Wheel of Fortune. He does have something sweet and kind and generous to offer you, and that is his true, authentic self. But once again, he's healing. He's resting. He's recovering. Because he knows at this point in time, if he does it again, where he's not doing the physical therapy, doing the work to heal, you guys are not going to be able to do this. There won't be any cuddling or feeding each other any grapes in the garden here. There is a ladder in this card, and you must understand that this ladder is asking you to start practicing something called the ladder technique. This ladder technique is going to help you learn how quickly you might be able to manifest, or how quickly you do manifest something that you're trying to manifest. It's called the ladder technique. You need to do the ladder technique. Write down a piece of paper. I will not climb the ladder. Put one in the bathroom. Put one on your desk at work. Put one right next to the bed. You see it when you wake up in the morning. Put one next to the coffee pot. Everywhere you go, your car, your shirt, your face, whatever. On your screensaver, on your phone, on your computer, everywhere. Just put, I will not climb the ladder. Keep reminding yourself all day long you will not climb the ladder. And then right before you go to bed, when you start to feel yourself slip off and want to go to sleep, keep telling yourself you will climb the ladder. You will climb the ladder. You might want to do this 1, 2, 3 nights until you either see a ladder or you actually climb a fucking ladder. Pardon my French. It could take 1 day, 2 days, a week, a month, a year. You might not even do the technique, girl. And you just might see a ladder tomorrow and be like, oh my God, I climbed the ladder. And you'll see instantly how quick you do manifest and how your thoughts create. So I hope that helps. I hope you get that. And if you don't, just don't feel afraid to ask, what the fuck does that mean, Stormy? Because see, he does see you as somebody charming and someone who influences him to strive for the best version of himself. He doesn't feel like you are somebody who's going to just come to him and kind of fly by the seat of your pants and kind of try to seduce him into something he isn't willing to do. And he's not that kind of man either. He would never do that to you either. He's not somebody who is willing to push you into anything that you're not comfortable with. But he does fantasize. Okay, he does hope that this ray of sunshine he met will show up. He does. He really does. And he's very willing to, communicate with you. But Spirit's saying, look, it's safe to love, all right? But you got to find your playfulness. Like, remember the thing about your hair? Yeah, girl. Yeah. So, as far as his intentions towards you, his intentions were originally to see how far you guys could take this playfulness. But with him re-injuring himself, he has to just take it easy. And I wouldn't worry too much about it. The actions he wants to take towards you, he's very attracted to you. Without being rude, I think that he knows that, you're probably not the kind of girl that's just going to, like, come over there and service him either. Nor would he expect that. But he likes that about you. And he likes that you haven't given any kind of forward sexual innuendos. You've just been like a complete lady all the way around. He really likes that about you. Okay, and his intentions is to keep that in his life, no matter where you guys go. Even if it's just friends right now. And just do what feels right. You don't have to text him and check in unless it feels right. So try not to let yourself get too lost in the idea that just because you are not checking in with your friend there, that he doesn't care. Don't get lost in the, don't twist it. Don't get it twisted. There's no point in overacting and reacting again and again to something that doesn't serve you, which is the version of the story that it doesn't, work out in a way that pleases you in the end. So I'm just going to move on to the couple of Power Spirit deck cards that I have here and see which message out of these few cards is the most important from Spirit for you tonight. Then we're going to look a little bit into the Liminal Space deck and the Fairy Tale deck. Spirit, do you have a message from the Power Spirit deck in regards to advice for Sugar tonight? I don't think that Spirit is really understanding your vision. What is your vision? What does Sugar want in a life, in a city, in a town, in her Zen garden? We know she doesn't want a scavenger. You don't want someone going and picking out trash from a trash can for your babies to eat. No. And I don't think that's what this guy is. Okay? So don't think of him like that. What is your vision of the person that you want to be? What is the vision of the man that you want to be? Is he a hunter? Or is he a scavenger? Because as long as you decide to keep him in your mind's eye as a scavenger, somebody who is not willing, somebody who is not showing up in a way that pleases you, keep waiting for him to turn into, I don't know, David Bowie from the Labyrinth. He's not the Goblin King, honey. He is definitely somebody I feel that enjoys whatever energy you sharing back and forth. And I hope that you get comfortable with that. Because I think that he's very comfortable with that. And it's okay to be comfortable. And when you're feeling uncomfortable, when you start feeling uncomfortable, then you know it's just something within that you have to correct and shift. Doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you've manifested something that's bad. Do you know what I mean? It's not, like, it doesn't work like that. Like, just because you have an intrusive thought, it doesn't mean that you are going to manifest it. So, like, when you get freaked out thinking that, have I messed it up with my thoughts and feelings? Well, you've put it definitely in a bit of a stalemate. Things are a bit of a pause, but that's okay to have pauses, even if they're long pauses, because it's better to pause and do your best to do a reset here than to try to keep pushing it and immerse yourself into something that is triggering you or something that doesn't, like, nurture your ecosystem, as I've said before. I'm switching back over to the chat. So you have to ask yourself once again, you know, what is it that's the most important thing to you? Your peace or worrying about what his next action is going to be? Because there's a lot of other questions we could ask too. And I'll give you a couple of ideas another time when we're just chatting as friends. Things to think about. All right, let's move on to the next couple of cards because you need to be thinking about your vision. I'll send you a picture of this card so you can come back to it and read it later, okay, sweetheart? But I want to just move on real quick to direct messages from the liminal space and get your fairy tale card before we get out of here. Because we've got 1 minute. So this is just a little bit of advice on what you need to know right now moving into the not too distant future. I don't usually pick cards up from the floor, but since it is upright, expand time. You have plenty of time to understand this, figure it out, and know if this is truly the one for you, Spirit says. What is chaos to the fly is just harmony to the spider. So, you know, you're just a girl and he's a fly on the wall, watching. You know, whatever that means to you. You know, do you want to be the fly eating the shit? Or do you want to be the spider making the silk web? I know my analogy is like pretty harsh, but part of my French, you have to think about it. You've got to be firm with yourself. You have to understand that what you're doing right now, what you're going through, it's your disciplining. You're disciplining yourself from all these things that don't serve you. You're dedicating yourself and determined to discipline yourself. The 3Ds I talk about in spirituality, to elevate yourself to the version of sugar that you want to be. And if you start to revert back, just pat yourself on the shoulder, knowing that you know, all right, you slip back into the old version of yourself, but you're gonna keep on keeping on with that version of yourself you do like. Okay. Just one last card for you while So how many frogs do you think you'll have to kiss until you meet the frog prince and you live happily ever after? You got the frog prince. How sweet is that? All right, well, I hope you love this reading and that it helps you, dear. And I hope that it's given you some insight into your love story tonight. Past, present, and future. Oh, I love you too, sweetheart. If you have any questions, you know, that you think about throughout the week or whatever, just let me know. Yeah, okay, good. I'm telling you, it's fun. Hey, Juanita, how are you, dear? Welcome back to the Chammy, sweetheart. There is a collective message at the beginning of the live if you want to check it out. I don't know what the timestamp is, but if you want to go find it and listen, go ahead. Maybe if you want to put the timestamp in comments, let me know what you think. I always have a really difficult time, you guys, going back and doing that timestamp for the collective message. So if any of you ever go back to listen to it and you feel like just putting up the timestamp for others, I'd really appreciate that because that's something I'm really terrible about. And I know I shouldn't be terrible about it, but when you got 10 impossible things to do before breakfast and dinner, I'm just asking y'all to help me a little bit if you can. That's one thing I cannot be disciplined about. I just can't get disciplined about it. I don't know why. I've been trying to get a little bit more disciplined at actually showing up at midnight 30, but I ain't been doing too good at that either. I apologize. Alright, I'm just going to take a little break, a little 2-minute break. I'm going to get the spirit box going. It's been warming up. I'm not going to be here for much longer. If anybody does want to get a paid reading, you can still get a buy one, get one free. There won't be a buy one, get one free again until Taco Tuesday. Taco Tits Out Tuesday coming up. Where I do the $7 taco box, buy one, get one free. I'll be doing a happy hour and I'll be doing a late night show that night too. Yeah, sure, you can do a mod, yes or no. Oh, really? You're in Missouri. That's right. That's right. Sure. What's your yes or no question, Rain?
Maximum volume.
Will things go good tomorrow when you see Star? That's a very good question. I would be happy to ask that for you. Give me just 1 second. I'm so happy you're going to go see Star. Let me know how she's doing. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Metal Rain need to know about? Hold on, let me get all the cards back together. And shuffle again. Hi. Did it really just say hi? I cut the deck and it was the Lovers. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Metal Rain need to know right now about seeing Star? Will it go well? Yeah, it will go well. You might feel that you're juggling a lot tomorrow, so maybe take it easy. Clarify that Two of Pentacles, please. Yeah, just take it easy. Take it slow and steady. But yeah, things will go well. Take your time. Nothing to rush. But have a good time, okay? Hey, welcome to the Haunted House. How are you tonight? I'm just going to take a moment. If you guys want to ask a question on the spirit box, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to just check and see how many subscribers we have tonight. If you guys also want to do a free yes/no question, the chat is open to free yes/no tarot. I'm just going to take a 2-minute break. Think about your questions, put them in the chat. I am just going to put a few things in the chat before I leave to take a little break. Just so you guys know what kind of questions I do, what kind of questions I don't. I mean, I do all questions, just not all questions serve the public. Okay, I'll be right back. If you want to do a free yes no question, put your question in the chat and tell your friends I'm doing a free yes no tarot. Be right back.
back.
You're having nightmares 3 times a week. Do you have an evil eye attached to you? I'm Greek. Do you even know what you're talking about when you say this evil eye thing? Let me just tell you something, okay? Just from someone from Greek to whoever you are. The Greek evil eye, from where we come from, this is not something that is evil to us. This is something that protects us from evil and protects us from harm and menacing things. So, also, we're going to talk just a real quick second about your thoughts. If you are thinking that you have something attached to you, as within, so without. Nobody has any power over you, Nina. And the nightmare that you're having all along the watchtower here, this nightmare, the reason you're having it reoccurringly is because there's something subconsciously that it's telling you that you need to know, that you need to be aware of, that you need to work on, okay? Be right back. I'm back. Thank you so much for your donation, Jefferson. What's going on, dear? You heard a weird whisper outside your house? Interesting. So, Jefferson would like to ask the spirit box. I'll ask the cards too, what the cards have to say about that. Was that his stepdad? Was that Jefferson's stepdad? It's interesting. I said yep. The spirit box said yep. I think more we need the liminal space deck than Um, yeah, it already answered. Wow. You get your liminal space deck card to go. Could you clarify that, Spirit, for Jefferson? Wow. Are you ready for this card? Invisibility mode. Why is it not showing you the card? Is it the light? Invisibility mode. Invisibility mode. It's like you can't see me, but I'm there, is what he's saying to you. Okay, so it's gonna be part led. So is this somebody's energy that you do want around or you don't want around? It'll be Swiss cheese. Yeah, and that's the way you have to think about it. So, I'm fortunate enough to live in a bubble. A bubble I didn't realize I moved into. There very well may be a bubble in your area or your vortex. If there's not, you can always create your bubble. You know, what is it that you want to receive from this energy, from this person, alive or dead, dead or alive, from any kind of energy that enters your vortex? Like, you have to understand that that's just how powerful you are, is that you are the one creating the things happening, the things you're experiencing, the things. Yes, the spirit box is saying, yeah, it was what you thought it was, but you know, you have to understand that there's probably a more spiritual, more in-depth reading about it. I mean, there's like something like in a reading that maybe in a collective message I did today, like at the beginning of the live, that might resonate, because it was about the home. So it's like, how are you observing him, her, the situation, the connection? How do you want the situation to show up to you? Do you want him to just leave y'all alone? Do you want there to be, is your heart open and you want to let the love in? You want there to be love between you guys as a family, as friends? Like, you want peace? What does Jefferson want? Is what Spirit wants to know, so that the universe and your creator, whatever you believe it is, even if it's just the dirt outside, can start co-creating with you the situation that is ideal to your ecosystem. And the thing that's so beautiful about the spirit box, oh, they have a restraining order against him. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that, anything's possible, Pam. Restraining order or not, things can change. Things can get better. While we can't change people, we can change how a situation shows up to us. So, it's okay to be freaked out or scared, but you have to understand, Jefferson, you're the one that's in control. You're the one that has the power to, flip the switch so that it turns out in your favor. Just remember that everything always works out in your favor. Yeah, well, he's gone. That's why he's trying to, but all right. Yep, just be safe. Safety first. Safety first. That's how I found out I lived in a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Was a restraining order. Because I put a restraining order on the woman who killed my mom. Because she kept leaving like sympathy pizza and sympathy Lysol on the front table on the veranda. So I called the local police, and they sent out a cop, and he came to the yard, and I was like, wait a minute, I know you. And I didn't even realize that my friend, who was the historian of the town, was also a police officer. He's like, yeah, they got me working every once in a while down at the police station. He goes, you live here now? I'm like, yeah, that's where I live. He goes, this is a haunted house and a creepy graveyard. So he told me where the graveyard ended and began, and how far back it went, and to the creek. We talked about more history about this house and the neighborhood. And then I started getting into the idea of reading about like graves and reading about old cemeteries, and how they had different rituals when they did start a graveyard or when they did start burying people. And did the card say yes? The card said invisible mode, but I can pull another card for you to see yes or no what it said. It was the spirit box that said yes. It was the spirit box that said yes. It said yep about your stepdad. Now, the thing about the spirit box is the spirit box will bring up even voices and answers from people who are alive. We've learned that it doesn't just do the ones that are unalive. It does living people who are lucid as well. Hi, yes I can, Nina. I can ask about the ex that passed away. Abraham, yeah, I can do that. Is there a message that Abraham wanted to give Nina? Is there a message that Abraham wanted to give Nina? And I'll get you a liminal space deck card. So yes, there is a message that he does want to give you. Maybe he'll warm up to the spirit box and say his name, or say something that is familiar to maybe what Abraham would say to maybe only you. So I did see a card flip over. Let me see if I can find it. So the message that Abraham has for you, the rhythms of fate and the tickings of time. The rhythms of fate and the tickings of time. And it's so interesting that the picture looks like a spirit box. It looks like my spirit box. They're literally like, it's like the same thing. And we have the REM pod here. I feel like Abraham's telling you that he is going to try to find a way to communicate with you through the spirit box at some point, and that this person is trying to tell you that, well, I call them a person because I don't really like to treat the dead as if they're dead. Like, they don't want to be treated like they're dead. Would you want to be treated like you were dead? Even if you were dead? No. You know, maybe that's why I've gotten a little bit kind of obsessed with talking to JonBenet Ramsey, because who talks to her? Do you think that her dad talks to her? Or do you think, like, he's, like, this real staunch, like, Episcopalian Christian person who thinks heaven is it, and that you maybe can't talk to your loved ones after they've passed? I think that you can. I just think that we have to understand that they're silent next to us, and that this is where your telepathy comes in. And if you happen to find a real spirit box like mine, yeah, maybe you might get a message. But the rhythm of fate, which I feel this is like this person saying, listen to music. Listen to the music that makes you feel good. And this person will communicate through music with you throughout time. So I hope that helps, Nina. When I became a death doula, I just felt like I needed to also, you know, lean into those who are already dead after they died during the death doula sessions that I would do with people who were like losing family members or passing away or things like that. Then I got just kind of sick of all the death, and I was kind of like, Dracula, come and take me away from all this death. And it just got to the point where it was like, how about I just start working with the dead instead? Okay. Oh, thanks, Nina. Thanks so much for coming by. I'm glad I could help. I should probably go to sleep. I'm pretty tired and I gotta work tomorrow. The spirit box session really does take it out of me sometimes. So I appreciate your tip there, Jefferson. Thank you so much. It's very kind and generous for you to think of sending me $3.33. That's a magical number. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by tonight. I hope you like the FFXI chill tunes. And I hope you all had a good night hanging out at the haunted house. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Nina, don't be afraid of your nightmares. If you have a nightmare, write down the things that are the most intense feeling to you. And just recognize them as something that you've got to work on. And if you don't understand it, just come back to the chat and ask us. Okay? Thanks so much, Pammy, for coming by. Thank you so much, Metal Rain, for coming by. Meryl, if you're there, hey. Everybody, thanks so much for your love and light bright. I'm going to go 9-9. I got to actually wrap up some work with my website. And, yeah. I'm probably going to wait for my best friend, Nikki, to wake up. She's in England. It's 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5, 6, 7. So it's about 7 o'clock in the morning there. Her honey bunny probably just left for work, so I'm just going to wait until she messages me. I'm going to work on the website. That way she can log into it and test it and check it out today while I'm taking a cat nap. Or a medieval nap or something like that. Hi. All right, I'm going to turn off the spirit box. Good night, spirits. Thank you, everyone who came on the spirit box to talk to us tonight. Are there any last messages you have for us? Good night, spirits. Thank you. There's that little girl's voice again. Just say yes. All right, good night, JonBenet Ramsey. Sweet dreams. Talk to you later. Good night, everybody. Kalanikta. Sweet dreams when you get there. Music is sacred. And no prison will hold this movement down.